Tell us what's going on today.
We are having an open house because we want to build a gym and a wellness center and more classrooms and expand our building. And so we're having an open house for everyone to come look at the drawings and give their input and help us design a new space. Well, we had the idea 5 or 6 years ago, but we had to fix up our existing building first. And then as the program has grown, we needed more space. And so we're just responding to increased programming. Now teens have said they want a gym, so we've been thinking about it for 2 years. It's going to take a minute to raise the money, but yeah, definitely not a new idea. We want all the input we can get. We want to hear what people like. We want to hear what people don't like. We want to hear what's missing. I know people want a pool. We don't have space for a pool, but we definitely want to hear all the other ideas. So we want people to walk through and look at them and give their reactions. Yeah, thanks.
I think it's an awesome project, and if it should get off the ground, I think it would benefit this community immensely. There's a ton of need here. The kids are available. I just think that it'd be a wonderful thing for this community.
What is your name?
I'm Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Do you work with this project at all?
I'm not directly affiliated with the MLK Center or Catch the Stars, but I live right near the MLK Center, so I live in Butler, Tarkington.
What do you think about this project?
I think it's probably long overdue that we have some indoor space for our kids and our youth and our community. I'm excited to see the potential for it, especially knowing how many kids want to play basketball and football, and the weather here does not cooperate in the wintertime.
Do you have any suggestions for this project at all?
I think my 2 suggestions would be to make sure there's a good plan for parking for when we have big tournaments where everyone park. And I think my other suggestion would be to try and preserve a little bit of the green space that MLK Center currently has, because living in the neighborhood, I see the kids using it a lot after school and in the summertime. So if that's a possibility, I think that would just add to the expansion project too.
What's your name?
My name is Peggy.
Do you work with any company that's affiliated with this project?
No, we are volunteers who live next door and have been around the MLK Center now for, ever since we came back to Indianapolis. In fact, my husband just cycled off the board of directors here as the treasurer.
What do you think about this project?
Well, I'm kind of on the fence. I know that the kids in the neighborhood need a place to go. I am concerned about the size of it in the space that is here, but it will all come out in the wash.
Do you have any suggestions or ideas for this project?
Just be present.
What's your name?
Amandala Anderson.
Do you work with any company that's affiliated with this project?
Not yet. I work for a CDFI that does real estate consulting and nonprofit lending for nonprofits.
Do you have plans to work with them?
Yes, and I also got to work with Allison previously when I used to work at United Way.
What do you think about this project? What are your thoughts on it?
I'm really excited. My grandmother lived right at 40th and Boulevard, and I have lots of cousins that still live in this neighborhood. So I'm really excited about the opportunity to support it, to make sure that kids like you are able to access tools and resources to make your lives better. But also I just think that it's just it's a humbling experience to be a part of the work that you guys are doing.
Do you have any suggestions for this project?
No, just keep pulling us in. Keep asking for help. We want to be here to support you. We want you to be successful. We want every child in this community to be successful, and the only way that happens is when we work together to make it happen.
My name is Shanae Dixon.
Do you work with any company that's affiliated with this project?
I am a community member and an assistant with Miss Tamika Catchings.
How is that?
I really enjoy it. She's a very busy individual, and she's very incredibly passionate about this particular project and her involvement in the community. in this particular area. So it's been nice to work with her and learn about this project and learn about just how they're wanting to invest in the community and the residents that live here. So,
What do you think about this project?
I feel it is much needed, long overdue. It is a place I feel will benefit and impact for the community for generations to come. As someone who grew up, I didn't necessarily grow up in the inner city, but I grew up as someone who didn't necessarily have a lot of community resources. And I feel like it is important for our youth and people in this community to see that there's a place that they can go and be proud of and that is invested in them and wants to see them succeed, and also a place where they can come and gather and meet with friends in a safe place and work out and see that there are things out there in the world that they have access and be exposed to things that they wouldn't necessarily be exposed to had they not been able to be a part of this particular project once it comes to fruition. So,
Do you have any suggestions or ideas for this project?
I think a big suggestion or idea for me would accessibility when it comes to just ADA accessibility. People with disabilities being able to continue to access these spaces and have a safe place to work out as well, because although you may not see people as much, but there are people in communities that have disabilities that want to get out more and that want to be involved in things, but they don't necessarily have a space that is accommodating for them. And I think that this is a wonderful opportunity to allow that to happen for people with disabilities. So,
What's your name?
My name is Tamika.
What did you hope to accomplish today with your whole project?
Well, I mean, really the whole gist of today is to be able to have the opportunity to tell people about our plans. You know, Catch the Stars and the Martin Luther King Center are going to be partnering and bringing a wellness center to the community. So today's objective was to tell the community. We wanted to get feedback. As you can see behind the scenes, we have papers on the windows, and it's really important to get the community's feedback and buy-in to what we're doing.
How did everything go today? How do you feel about everything?
I feel great. You know, I think when you start looking at community partners, and what I love is it's not just about Catch the Stars and the Martin Luther King Center, it's about the other communities and collaborating and partnering with a lot of different people. So we had a great turnout. I think some of it too, having our youth here to be able to be a part of it was great, and we'll continue to move forward. I think the project's important because there's people like you. Being able to have a place that you can come, a safe space, a place that you can call your own, is really, really important, not just from the fitness standpoint of it, but also being able to have the multi-purpose rooms, being able to get more education, being able to have different trade, the partnership, the collaboration. So this is important to me because it gives us an opportunity to do a lot of different things in a space that is so necessary in this area.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's your name?
My name is Donna Sink.
Do you work with any company that's associated with this project?
Not directly, but I work with a lot of nonprofit organizations in Indianapolis.
What do you think about this project?
I'm very excited about this project. I know that the MLK Center building has been improved quite a lot lately, and I'm excited to see even more improvement. I think that the shocking thing that was said during the presentation today is that there are no enclosed basketball courts between Riverside and Broad Ripple. There needs to be one nearby. There needs to be one here. I'm really excited about the enclosed basketball courts so that kids can have fun even in the bad weather.
Do you have any suggestions or ideas about this project?
I'm just excited to see the youth have a place to hang out and to be together. Given that you're the one doing this interview, I'm really excited about your program, the interview and media program, and I really want to see more of that kind of work go forward. So I hope that there's the opportunity to expand some more spaces for that work that you are doing in this center.
Gil, G-I-L, Perry, P-E-R-I.
Do you work with any company that's associated with this project?
I work for Riley Children's Health, Riley Children's Hospital.
What do you think about this project?
I think it's amazing. This is my first time here, and I got to tour the facility and really learn about the programming that's here. I was really impressed with the different types of programs and how engaged the students were. And I'm really impressed with the expansion project. I think this community needs it, and I'm excited to see how we can support continuing to make this the best center possible.
What do you think? Do you have any ideas or suggestions about this project? Anything that should change?
I think when you build facilities like are being planned here, a lot of people want to be involved. So the more you can bring partners in to provide programming support and different experiences for the youth, the better. And so I think with the building is going to come a lot of great partners that maybe haven't been involved historically.
What is your name?
Dwayne Brown.
Do you work with any company that's associated with this project?
I do not. I'm an intern for Riley Children's Hospital.
How did you find out about this?
So actually, my boss, Gil Perry, that's the president of Riley Children's Hospital. I do a lot of community work as a high school football coach, so he invited me out today.
What do you think about this project?
I think it's a really great project. I think it'll do a lot of great things for this community, opening up a lot of different avenues to give them, open their horizons and give them opportunities they may or may not have without it.
Do you have any ideas or suggestions for this project?
Not honestly, nothing. Like I was telling people, I do a lot of work with youth football, so it was really cool for me to see the Indy Steelers represented. I did some work with Coach Nell when he was still alive, so to see kind of his memory living on is something that I thought was really cool.
What's your name and where you live?
My name is Mike Halstead. I'm with Halstead Architects.
And I'm Jennifer Lofton with Halstead Architects.
How did you guys come to be with this project?
Well, we were very fortunate. We know Allison Luthi, the director here, and we have worked with Allison before, and she asked us if we were willing, able to help out on this project, and obviously we were very excited to get involved.
No, we're just happy to be involved in it, and hope we can take some of these comments that we are getting today and from the community throughout our process and incorporate them to make a building that the community is proud of.
How is this project going for you?
Well, this is the type of project that we love working on. Probably 80% of our projects in our firm are not-for-profits, so we love working for not-for-profits, community-based design, and it's been the history of our firm for 30 years, and this is perfect for us. We love these kinds of projects, and we love getting community feedback and letting a design get through the entire process, and then seeing families and children using this building, 2 years from now is going to be great. So that's what we love.
What do you guys think of the MLK Center and why is it important for this community?
Well, I think all community centers are important. We do a lot of work at the Bonner Center, Mary Riggs Center, Hawthorne Center, all the centers probably in Indianapolis we've done work for over the last 30 years. And they're just the heartbeat of the neighborhood, and we like to be a part of that.
Yeah, I mean, we love to be a part of projects where buildings that make a difference in people's lives. So it's not just an office building where people go to work, it's a building that people come to live and grow. So we love being a part of that.